Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Remember, remember how I said that there's a massive U-turn happening on all of this stuff because everyone kind of looked at each other and went, "Holy crap, have we been kind of like being Mengele this entire time?" Yes, you have. But anyway, NHS deals blow to gender ideology will define sex as biological fact because everybody's realised that they've not actually been helping. They're in fact being absolute monsters. But anyway, the UK's National Health Service will update its constitution to define sex as biological sex, the agency announced on Tuesday. "We are defining sex as biological sex," the NHS states in a portion of their proposed changes to the constitution that sets guidance about patients receiving intimate care from doctors of the same sex. The NHS constitution is updated every 10 years by the UK's Secretary of State and was last updated in 2015, according to The Telegraph. The updated constitution stressed the need for respecting the biological differences between men and women. If these biological differences are not considered or respected, there is the potential for unintended adverse health consequences, the new constitution stated. Yes, there is, because basically, someone that was born with a penis, is a famous thing. I can't remember if it was Knowles or Walsh that pointed this out. Basically, a man can't go into an emergency room, basically born with a penis, but they're a trans woman, and then say, "I think I'm having a miscarriage." And then the doctors and nurses have to, "Oh no," and then you're fucking jamming up the emergency room with your bullshit. Yeah, you can't do that. You just can't do that. The new constitution also stressed the importance of clear language. The emphasis on clear language indicates a reversal of a 2021 NHS policy, which instructed medical practitioners to use terms like chest feeding, we remember that fucking farce when it happened, in lieu of gender specific terms like breastfeeding, which, let's face it, was dumb. It was stupid, right? Chest feeding, no, it's breastfeeding. Stupid. Previous NHS guidance stated trans patients could be placed in wards based on the gender they identified with, according to The Telegraph. The updated guidance now says patients should not have to share sleeping accommodation with patients of the opposite sex, which they are now designating as biological sex. And women in mental health units should have access to women-only day spaces. The new constitution does still allow for special accommodations for trans patients, noting transgender patients could be provided with a single room in a hospital setting, providing other clinical priorities are considered. The changes come in the wake of the CAS review. The CAS review, by the way, good goddamn. Oh, have a look at that. See all that trust the science? Yeah, well, the science came back and a lot of people should go to fucking jail, if you ask me. But anyway, a bombshell report commissioned by the NHS, which found weak evidence for the efficacy of puberty blockers, among other things. Basically, the science on the puberty blockers, which are totally reversible. There's no problem with putting children on them at all. Yes, there fucking was. Holy shit. Basically, a lot of people's heads should fucking roll. You experimented on a generation of autistic people mostly, right? Oh, y'all fucked up. You know that. Read the CAS report. Just go out and read it. There's a lot of foofy frou-frou language and stuff like that, but you should read it. The NHS banned puberty blockers for children except in a research setting. So basically, they're allowed to still do research on it. I don't. I mean, you can't just block science like that. But the fact is, they're testing puberty blockers. They're testing a bad thing, right? It's the same as like, yeah, science. I think people should be able to experiment. Cancer treating drugs, absolutely, that's fine. A new form of hyper-Ebola virus that makes your dick fucking go in your body and fall out of your eyeballs? Perhaps not. Why are we researching that? Stop that immediately. What good would that science do? That's what I mean. Good science is fine. Researching awful fucking stuff, then no. In March, following a recommendation from the CAS review. Yeah, basically the tide is turning. Schools are even stopping this stuff. Now, the hospitals are stopping this stuff, and everybody's starting to get real, real nervous, and some people are starting to run for the hills. And you're now getting a big fucking swathe of people who are basically went through the surgeries and got their tits removed and all that stuff, who are now hitting 18, 19, and the grey matter in their brain's developing, and a lot of them are going, wait a fucking minute, and they're all getting involved in class action lawsuits. A lot of you fucked up. A lot of y'all fucked up really, really fucking badly. It turns out maybe experimenting on autistic young children was a bad idea. I mean, you would have thought that from the get go you would have just kind of realised that because, you know, morals and ethics and such things, but nah, you wanted to feel good. You wanted some likes on those nice little tweets that you put out. I'm helping poor Patricia. She used to be Patrick, she's now Patricia. Yeah, I bet you felt real good about that. I've nothing else to add. I'm sorry. I'm smiling. It's fucking terrible. It's fucking awful. And I do believe there should definitely be a review, and some people should be getting some handcuffs slapped on them. But again, we'll wait and see.